Hey guys, I have a new bed now, but we're not talking about that. Today we're going to talk about Game Shakers. You know, like the title of the video says as we're going to be talking about. We're talking about Game Shakers. Did you not read the title before clicking on this video? They just like randomly click it because you didn't even know what you were expecting. I have a schedule, you know. Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna get too mad. Game Shakers, like Harry Danger, was also a show that was made in the 2015 era, which I've now renamed it to the early teen era of Nickelodeon, because like the early teens is kind of like from 2010 to like about like until 2020, because that's kind of like when like most of the shows ended. You know, like Harry Danger. Ah, when did I do that? Yeah, like most of the like most of the shows in the early teen era, Game Shakers was directed by the man, the myth, the legend, Scott Sterling. I'm just kidding. It was directed by Dan Schneider. You know, like I thought I pulled like a Studio C reference there, if you know what I mean. The first episode of Game Shake is about two girls named Babe and Kenzie and the friend named Hudson, who create their own video game which goes viral, and they buy their own like gaming lounge to chill and create new games and name it Game Shakers. Yeah, you know, like the name of like the show it's called Game Shakers. It's also located in New York, which is actually pretty cool because Harry Nature, it was kind of focused on like Swellview, and some of the other shows they were kind of like they either like took place in like fake towns, or like they just never mentioned the name of the town, so we just had to like bring it all to like scenery and like landscaping to it to like figure out where like the locations are. Yeah. Later in the episode, millionaire Double G, who was played by Kel Mitchell, who was also in All That, finds out that the kids use a new song called Drop Dead What as background music for their game, and heads over there and starts to take their stuff. The kids then like negotiate with like Double G's son, Triple G, to hire him as a member and split the profits of their games with Double G 50-50. I think. I don't know. I just remember them like splitting like the profits of their games with like Double G. I don't remember the exact amount, but I'm guessing it's 50-50. You know, like most like splits are. The rest of the episodes are just kind of like slice of lifey and like kind of follow a basic TV show formula. There were still some episodes that they got into shenanigans, but they also had to create a game in that episode. But most of like the episodes, they were just mostly just like the kids like doing some shenanigans or whatever, and or like they did like create a game, but it like very had little to do with the game, and like instead focused on a lot of other things. Like take the episode The 1,000-Year-Old Finger. It's about like Hudson like accidentally breaking off like a finger of like a mummy from a mummy exhibit, and like but like in the episode they created like a game called Psycho Beach Mummies, but I think it had very little to do with the actual game and more to do with like the finger that Hudson ripped off from the mummy thing, and I didn't. But they did do a really epic crossover with like Henry Danger, which was the best crossover Nickelodeon, no, not just Nickelodeon, but television history. Yeah, the best crossover ever. Don't deny it. Despite the fact that the show's called Game Shakers, the shows had more to do with the kids like getting to random shenanigans rather than just them creating new games. Don't believe me? Well, in the Game Shakers Wikipedia article, there's a list of the games the kids made, and it only lists 13 episodes. Those games are Skywhale, you know, which the classic one, you know, which was made in the first episode. Dirty Blob, Tiny Pickles, which is definitely not an innuendo of some sort. I'm not being sarcastic. Punchy Face, Popstar Surgeon, Scoobaroo, Nasty Goats, Picket Scratch It Pop It, that's kind of a weird name. Octopi, Psycho Beach Mummies, you know, from the 1,000-Year-Old Finger episode. Ballerina, and yeah, because that's a good name for a video game. Llama Llama Spit Spit, and lastly is Crime Warp, that was made during the crossover episode, meaning that the crossover episode was the last game, had featured to the last game that they ever created. Yeah, you know, they probably like should have like done like that like cliche where like in like the last few seasons they like changed like the name of the show to like something else, but whatever. Sadly, again, like the Phineas and Ferb video, I don't have a whole lot to say about this show. But this show made me laugh until I couldn't feel my chest anymore, so I just had to make a forever video on it. I was originally gonna like make a video on like Odd Squad season 2, you know, like the season 2 of Odd Squad, you know, with Olympia and Otis. But like I felt like it would be like very controversial because a lot of people would be like, "Oh no, like season 1's the best because it had Olive and Otto and they were the best characters." And I could, and if I wanted to, I like make a rebuttal onto it. And then like I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, Mobile Unit's my favorite," and then I'd be like, "Are you stupid?" Because Mobile Unit is the worst season of Odd Squad. Why am I talking about Odd Squad like when I'm supposed to be talking about Game Shakers? Yeah, so there were a lot of shows that I couldn't talk about because I really couldn't like think of like how to like express like some of the stuff of the shows that like I meant that I was going to talk about. But maybe like once I finally do get out of, like this whole like I think like the next forever like I have to make is about the show Avatar: The Last Airbender. So I'm definitely gonna have a lot of fun with that. So yeah, Game Shakers is a very good show. I definitely recommend you watch it, except like for the fact that like except for the fact that like that you can't really watch like full episodes because they're on TNX. So you got like Dish Cable, like they don't air on Nickelodeon anymore. So you have to go to like the Teen Nick channel, but because I have Dish Network, it doesn't have like Teen Nick, so I can't like go onto Teen Nick and like watch it. Which why would I do that? Because like I really want to watch Game Shakers again. I want to relive my nostalgia. Why can't they let me do that? But whatever. I'm not gonna get too angry because all I have to do is basically go into this site called Dailymotion and find some full episodes. But the thing is that like the like the video of it is like the episode is just like reversed, like it's like flipped, and it's kind of like weird to watch. Or like they do have an episode just like it's just like one tiny little square with like the episode, and the rest is just like background stuff, and it makes me so mad. Oh, why did I do that? Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on notifications so we can get to 1,000 subscribers. And also check out my post on Straw Poll, like you should. The link is in the description. I will see you guys next time. I really want to watch some Game Shakers now.